Another aspect to the negotiations. Let's get some more detail on it and where we are headed from here. TikTok, you know, trouble talks to get debt deal on the table before the August 2nd deadline. Republicans, Democrats now continuing to butt heads. No progress has been made, or has there? Again, we're getting breaking news here just in the last couple of minutes. Here's David Hawkings. He's editor of the CQ Roll Call Daily Briefing, joining us now. Hi, David. Thanks for being with us. You heard the breaking news. Now, this idea to raise the debt ceiling, but only incrementally or a little bit at a time. Your thoughts on that and how it might influence where the negotiations go from here?
Well, I think at first blush, it seems as though Senator McConnell is blinking just a little bit on behalf of the Senate Republicans and on behalf of the entire Senate. But I think what you're probably going to hear within the next hour or two is the House Republicans saying no go. There is not a vote in the House, just as most House Republicans, and especially the freshmen, the Tea Party-backed freshmen, don't want to vote to raise taxes. They really don't want to vote to increase the debt. And they certainly don't want to have to be asked to vote for incremental increases, or one increase now and another one later on. So I think it's going to be viewed probably as an interesting move, but my guess is this is the kind of thing the president will reject, like he said he would reject yesterday, and the House Republicans will reject it as well.
It seems like, David, everybody's in a mood to reject right now. So, and I thought it was interesting in your notes, you said, hey, it might be a good idea for one side or the other to push a plan through, have it fail, have the market tank, whatever that might mean. It's kind of a la the bailout in the fall of 2008, and then everybody on Capitol Hill gets back together and says, we don't want that to happen again. Let's vote this thing in. You think that's a possibility?
I still think that is somewhat of a possibility. Certainly some people with some power have been talking about that the only way to get the attention of the recalcitrant yes votes on both sides, on both the Republican side and the Democratic side, remembering that on the Democratic side there are a lot of liberals. The House Democrats especially are a pretty liberal bunch. They really don't want to vote for the kind of entitlement cuts that the president's talking about, and that it really might take one no vote, one defeat of the original plan to focus the mind, would certainly get the attention of the markets. Presumably they would show their anger with a fall like they did in 08, and that might get the attention of some of the lawmakers who want the investors' money as well as their votes in 2 years.
And it's interesting, we're also getting some idea of the priority list, if you will. If we do run up against that August 2nd, August 3rd deadline, you're shaking your head. So the president telling CBS News reportedly that wouldn't be able to make the most current payment on Social Security. That would be the first. And then some of the debt issues. So what are your thoughts on that, and if there's some political wrangling involved in how these, again, these priorities are coming out?
Well, I was interested to hear the president say in that interview to even open the door a little bit more than he did yesterday, when he essentially said, we're going to get this done by August 2nd. That was, of course, before yesterday's meeting, which got a little testy. There was a little bit of name-calling on both sides. So the emerging vibe of today, if you will, is that it might not be possible to get this done by August 2nd. August 2nd is 21 days away. I think we should remember that the last time there was a so-called budget crisis, when the government almost shut down in the spring, we were talking about an amount of money that was essentially 3% of the money we're talking about now. And it took a handshake literally at 11:30 with the government shutting down a half an hour away just to get to the handshake, and then it took another week to get that through Congress. So time is really of the essence. They need to get a handshake probably by this weekend, just to get it through the legislative process and the political salesmanship process by August 2nd.
Yeah, all the mechanics of this so important. David Hawkings, thank you so much.
Thank you.